Click. Click. All everyone, this is that weird? A little bit, right?
No, it's fine. I just did a funny face to you.
I see. I like it. So maybe we should keep this cut now.
Okay.
Hello everyone, this is Take from bigheadtaco.com, and I'm here in Mong Kok, and I'm here with, so ABC, but really it's, I'm going to try to say it, okay? Aik Beng Chia.
Aik Beng Chia.
Aik Beng Chia.
Yeah.
So Aik Beng, you are a Singaporean photographer.
Yes.
And I purposely left out the word street.
Yeah, thank God.
We'll talk about it later why I removed it.
Yes.
But we're just here. Someone actually on Instagram just so whoever you were, thank you. Just said, hey,
thank you.
ABC is in Hong Kong. You should meet him.
I'm in Hong Kong.
So I just texted, direct messaged you, and you said sure.
Yeah.
So we met this morning.
Yes.
So thank you so much for agreeing to meet.
No problem.
We had a great lunch at McDonald's to keep us under our food budget.
Yes.
Right? And I wanted to meet you because you're, well, before we met, I did a quick, you Google people, right? So I did a quick Google. The first thing that came up was Eric Kim's article on you. And so he knew about you years ago. I think the article came out 2012.
Yeah, around there.
But you started shooting around
2010.
2010.
Yeah.
So you were relatively new to photography.
Yeah.
But when you look at your pictures, there is a maturity to your style. And when I speak with you, there's even a maturity in your philosophy of photography, which is quite unique for a new photographer. Because most new photographers, I find, they nerd out on gear first. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They look up every camera that's available, every type of lens, every brand, Leica versus Fuji versus Sony versus Canon, DSLR versus... But you didn't really do that, did you?
No, I didn't.
What was your first camera?
iPhone.
iPhone.
First generation.
First generation iPhone.
Yeah.
And you started shooting that, and explain why you used your iPhone to take photography.
Oh, it was very simple because I couldn't afford a camera.
Yeah.
So I got a phone and got a camera, even though it was like 2 megapixels, but to me, who cares? You know, as long as you can produce what I want. I'll just do it. I'll just do it. And even though back then there were limitations with the mobile phone, especially at night, because I shoot more at night. So what I did was, it was through trial and error using a mobile phone, and I discovered that if there's a light source, it will help a little bit. You know, even though back then 2 megapixel was very noisy, but to me noisy was like equivalent to film grain. So
you liked it?
I like it. I mean, I don't really like my photo to be clinically sharp, you know, because I felt having it too sharp, it kind of lack of a certain type of feeling.
Oh, I see.
You know, it's like a romance. You know, when the person is too perfect, it's like it kind of like turn you off. You know?
Like a mannequin.
Yeah, like a mannequin. You know, just too perfect. So I like a bit of imperfection on it.
And you got picked up quite early by different collectives that wanted you to. So what are some of the different collectives you're part of? There was
so like currently right now, we won't call ourselves collective. We're just a bunch of photographers. You know, some of them we call it's founded by Fujifilm and JT White.
I'll put that all in the description.
So they formed this group.
I see.
Called We Are the Street. So in total there's like 5 of us.
And it's a Singapore group,
right? No,
it's
not.
Oh, really?
Chufu Kim is Korean, but he's based in Japan. JT, he's based in Korea. And then Sean is based in Japan also. And then after that, I got in, and then we got Nicholas, we got Junku. So totally there's like 6 of us. 6. So
I'll put the collective. So it's an Instagram group though, I guess. So at We Are the Street. Cool name.
So what we are doing right now is, apart from sharing our work, we are actually on the lookout for new, unseen, untold photographers who do good work, you know, regardless of whether it's film or digital, you know.
So it makes no difference to you guys.
So that's what we do right now, you know, we will feature them, and then recently we invited some to take over our account.
Oh, very good, like an account takeover.
Like an account takeover, you know, so because we weren't looking at people who have lots of followers or likes. What we are looking at is the kind of vision that we think kind of suit what we do.
Yeah, you're curating your feed because I know some corporate feeds, like I don't want to name any, but you know, let's say a large brand, they're looking for numbers. So even if the photographer is okay, if they have 2 million followers, they'll invite them.
So far, like right now, those that we have invited so far, not much followers, but to me and to every one of us, it doesn't matter. You know, because we are not looking at the numbers. We are looking at the work that he or she produced. You know,
so we're talking a lot about your collective, but I think what's the most interesting thing is about you and your philosophy. So you started with iPhone photography, and then I asked you, how did you become an ex-photographer? So so how did you become one?
I have no idea. They just call me up one day and say that let's have coffee. So I met up with the Japanese product manager from Japan. So we had a conversation. So he was curious to know about me, just like you. You know. And after that, I showed him what I've done, the stuff that I shoot, and that's it. You know, before I left, he gave me a X100T and asked me to enjoy the camera.
Just take it.
Just take it and use it.
And you said that they said something funny. You were hashtagging the pictures. And what did they say to you?
So they say that, you know, they say that there's no need. There's no obligation, you know, because I was kind of surprised coming from a brand. Because normally brand, when they give you something, they kind of like want
something
you to be endorsed. You know, they just wanted me to enjoy the camera. You know, and so I did. You know, and the reason why I said that I wanted to hashtag, in which they say that no obligation, was because throughout my past experience, I have a lot of people asking me what camera you use. Blah and blah, what apps you use, blah and blah. So I kind of like got sick of it. So I decided to just give a hashtag and shut them up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't mean to be rude.
No, for sure. Because you know, sometimes, I mean, you have 30,000 plus followers on Instagram. I don't know.
I don't know.
I looked at it quickly.
I didn't know.
Anyways, it's a high number. And sometimes, you might get 50 comments. And it's tiring to 50 times say it was an X100T, I used classic chrome JPEG profile, and I didn't use Lightroom. I just imported. It's a lot of work. Easier to just put mobile photography, classic chrome, X100T, blah blah blah. Ask me real questions. Right.
So that's what I did. You know, I mean, I don't mean to shut them up.
No, for sure.
I just too lazy to answer to everyone.
You know, the sign of an artist is that they're lazy. Most artists are lazy.
Well, I don't know. I don't consider myself an artist or whatever.
No, you definitely are. You definitely are.
I'm just a normal photographer like you know, like everyone else.
And right now, I mean, well, actually, what else?
Okay. I thought you wanted to shake my hand.
I'll shake your hand now, before and after. But I was going to point to, so right now you're shooting with the
X Pro 2, quite beat up.
That's good.
Yeah, I like it.
And you're using the new lens.
New lens in which it was announced, but it's not available. Right?
So 23 f2.
F2.
Jealous. Actually, we're shooting. So I have the Leica MA with the 35. So it's basically this very similar focal length. So that's what we're both kind of shooting at. So how do you like that?
So far so good.
So far so good.
You give me what I want.
You don't care.
I don't care.
You don't care. You know, I was walking with you, and so I noticed a couple of things. First of all, you're good at separating conversation with photography. For me, I tend to, when I'm with people, I have a hard time focusing on photography. Unless something is blatant.
So I think it's good.
But for you, no. But then you don't ignore me. You just take off for a second, and maybe if that picture turns out like that old man sitting, I'll embed it into the video. But you just kind of went, shot it, came back, and then you remembered where we left off. And so, and you tend to shoot from the hip. Right?
Depends on the angle.
Oh, I see.
So like just now the old man was kind of
quite
low.
I see.
So I have to use by the by the hip.
Yeah, by the
But if I'm doing the face, I'll just
I see.
lift up. So
but you did mention though that you do shoot like, I mean, you have shot film.
Yeah.
But you know, right now you're shooting digital mostly.
Yeah.
And also mobile photography. But also you mentioned that you pre-visualize the shot, which is very much like a film photographer.
Okay.
Because if you shoot digital, you can you don't have to, but you can shoot first, look, visualize, analyze, and then reshoot.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But with film, you can't. You have to see it ahead of time. But you, after you shot, you didn't even look at it again until later on. I asked you, then you showed me. But you just shot, came back, started talking. You didn't chimp.
I didn't chimp.
Yeah, you just shot, and then and you do that with most of your shots. It seems like you just quickly shoot and come back.
So if I don't get the shot, I just move on. I don't cry over it. I mean, we all miss shots all the time.
Yes.
It's not the end of the world.
No.
You know
But you're always looking.
Yeah.
You're always looking at the angles.
Yeah.
And the situations.
Yeah.
Right?
To a certain extent, I kind of feel like sometimes I'm kind of like feel very
Voyeuristic?
Yeah.
I see. That is what we do. Is we look at the angles. There's a line in Ocean's 12 where he's like. He can't stop seeing the lines as a guy that breaks into things. He's always looking. So as a photographer, I think we're the same. We're always, even when you don't have a camera, you're always looking at the lines.
Yeah, I guess it applies the same. Like if, let's say, if I'm walking with you, if I don't want to shoot, if I see a shot, I'll tell you, say, hey, that's a shot. It's the same thing.
I think we're constantly looking at angles, right?
Looking at things around,
Aik Beng. So let's move on to the final part of this interview, which is probably something that's very dear to both of us in terms of labels of being a photographer, different type of labels: street photographer, landscape photographer, fashion photographer, commercial, those sort of things, and as well what advice you can give to other photographers. So let's go first of all to the idea of street photography. Do you want to be known as a street photographer? No?
I'm just a photographer who enjoy shooting everyday life in the street. Not necessarily everything must have people.
Yes.
I mean, I shoot buildings like you. Everything is still live and like that. So that's why I wouldn't want to call myself a street photographer, but rather just a photographer enjoying documenting life as it is in front of my eyes.
You mentioned that sometimes people will say, hey, that's not a street photo. And you felt like you had to explain yourself. Right?
So like there were a few incidents that I got message from other photographers. They were saying that, hey, you're a street photographer, you shoot street, but I noticed that you like macro shot, landscape shot, architecture shot. What's up with that?
They felt betrayed by what you
so my reply to them was, I mean, basically what's wrong with that? It is still photography.
Yes.
I mean, I like it because I envy their passion, their commitment, just like us. We take the time to go out and hunt or let the picture come to us. Same goes to them. So generally, I feel they deserve the same respect. I mean, just because I shoot street, I have to like street photo. Such thing to me.
So you don't want to be known as a street photographer. You'll be known just as a photographer. I mean, maybe at the time that you came out in 2010, there weren't a lot of people that were claiming to be street photographers, and now everyone is. And so it doesn't mean anything now to call yourself one because everyone is doing it. Right. So you want the creative freedom, like you mentioned how. We talked about music. Maybe you're into jazz, and then you get into classic, and then you get into hip hop. And when someone labels you that, oh, you only, you're a jazz musician, why are you playing classical? Then you're like, fine, that I'm not a jazz musician.
Yeah,
I'm just a
precisely.
musician. So when you drop the word street,
Yeah.
you can pursue flowers if you want for a
if
while,
I want to, yeah.
or buildings,
Yeah, or cats.
or cats, whatever, anything fluffy.
Yeah.
You just pursue it
Yeah.
so that you're not attached to that label.
Yeah.
But you did mention something that's actually kind of unique that reminded me even with my interview with Michael Kenna. He talked about having. He said there's always a relationship between you and your subject,
Yeah.
including if it's a tree.
Yeah.
And he actually called it a conversation.
Yeah.
And I said, of course, the tree doesn't talk back
Yeah.
to you, but
Right.
there is a conversation and that there is a relationship between
Yes.
you. So you talked a little bit about that.
Yeah.
You
So
wanna-
like for me, when it comes to photographing everyday life,
Yeah.
to me there's always this attraction towards it. You know, it's like just for example, like right now, I'm photographing all the elderly men, you know, uncle and auntie. There's so many of them, but
Yeah.
why this uncle? Why this auntie? And why do I shoot that scene? Why do I shoot this scene? It's all about that
Yeah.
that attraction. You know,
Yes.
it's the feeling. You know, and
And you can't explain it.
you can't explain it.
At the time, that's what you feel like.
Yeah, there's some kind of force and attraction, you know, your gut feel. You
Yeah,
know? So
yeah.
a lot of times, I base on my gut feel. You know, if I look at you, if I feel that there's something there in you, I'll take a shot. You know, if you don't, then that's it. You know, like early on when we walk, we saw so many people walk past, but
That's
why?
right. But you
took
hope,
this?
well, why
Yeah.
you pick that
Yeah, why
and
I
I pick something else?
Yeah, right.
I
So-
picked the doorpost and
Yeah.
then you picked an old
Yeah, so it's a very personal thing, you know.
Yes,
So like
yeah.
to me, in the past, you know, when people ask me what is street photography to me, so my reply was it's basically having an intimate moment in a public space.
I like it. Intimate moment
Yeah.
in a public space.
In a public space.
Yeah,
you know.
and that could be with a person,
Yeah, can
or
be
it
a
could be with an
Still
inanimate
life,
object.
Yeah, it can be an object, it can be a scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything goes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like how you get attracted for the first time. You know,
You can't explain it.
you can't explain it.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, and you and I were sharing
Yeah.
some building pictures.
I call
right?
it the upskirt shot.
The upskirt shots. Yeah, I call it like
Yeah.
look up. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't help it in
You
Hong
can't
Kong.
help, yeah.
All right, Aik Beng.
Yes.
Final question. There are many photographers, either street or whatever they want to call themselves, or ourselves, might look at your quick rise to notoriety, which you mentioned you don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, you didn't chase after Fuji. They kind of came to you. That's which is fantastic. And other people they appreciate what you do, and I think maybe that's what you appreciate the most.
I guess so.
Yeah, like that they enjoy how you interpret the world. But people will want to ask you, please give me some advice on how I can improve on my photography. How can I get more followers? How can I get more likes? What would you say to the audience?
I would say I think you just got to be focused in what you enjoy doing for the good reason, honest reason.
Yeah.
I mean, like you mentioned earlier on, when I started, I didn't chase for recognition, fame, or Instagram followers.
You don't even know how many you have.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
even know.
I often forget too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think what I did was I was very focused and loving what I did.
Yeah.
I just enjoy going out and make those photos.
Yeah.
And everything start to evolve organically. You know, I think to me that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what is happening for my case. You know, everything just grew organically. I didn't ask for this, I didn't ask for that.
Yeah.
We all just
It's
by
kind of
itself.
happened.
Yeah, it just grew by itself. So you know, you just got to be honest. You know, with what you do. You know.
Don't use tricks.
Yeah, don't use tricks.
Follow
don't-
for follow.
Yeah,
blah blah
that
blah.
kind
Those
of
kind of
stuff.
things. Yeah.
And yeah, because no doubt, at the end of the day, people can tell if you're lying or not.
Yeah.
You know, when you take a photo, you know, then like now there's the trend of brand engaging you, I think it's fine, but you have to make yourself clear to your client or whatever that make sure that it's why they engage you is because of your work.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
so if you're a landscape photographer and someone's trying to sell Coke and it doesn't fit your style, but you want the money or the recognition, you do it. Over time, you're saying that people can tell a lie from the truth.
For my case, there are brands who approach me to so-called like sponsor. I turn them down many times. I get numerous emails. You know, some even want me to become their
brand ambassador,
influencer, or whatever thing. But I just say no, even though there is a lot of money. But yes, I do need money, but
we all do, don't we?
Yeah, we do, you know. But I think you just got to be, how do you call it? You just got to be consciously clear with yourself. You know,
ahead of time. Before.
Correct.
Make a decision before you. Before you move forward, so that when those things come to you, you already know your answer.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's like you want to sell yourself out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So like for me, I wasn't interested in that.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in sharing what I see every day.
Yeah.
And that's my intention. And that's what I want. You know, if I'm getting paid to do that, why not?
Yeah.
You know, it's not wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So for sure. Well, that's a great view, and some of you may have already started researching who ABC is. To me, he reminds me of John Free in that this is not your career path, meaning you have a day job.
Yeah.
And I like that about what you do. But it's funny, you do come from the advertising and graphic design.
Yeah.
And many graphic designers are very attracted to photography.
Yeah.
So I'm actually not surprised that someone like you discovered photography as a great channel for creativity and vision. Because do you find much of what you know from graphic design is applied to photography, not in a direct way, but in an indirect way, or no?
Yes.
Yes.
I do have, because I work in an advertising firm.
Okay.
So day to day, I get to see beautifully crafted layout, beautiful models, everything perfect.
Yes.
You know, everything retouched.
Yes.
So in a way, because of that, when I have an interest in photography, I told myself I'm not going to do that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that explains why I rather choose to do the mundane stuff.
Yes.
You know, because if I want to do that, I will have to become a commercial photographer, which I'm not. I don't intend to.
Yeah.
You know, but what I really prefer to be is just a photographer who enjoy capturing everyday life.
So you came to Hong Kong. So we both kind of said, "Why are you doing in Hong Kong?" And we both kind of had weird reasons to be here. But really, in the end, it's because we want to.
Yeah, we want to.
And if I looked at your Instagram feed, we both kind of did the same thing where we didn't go to the Peak.
No.
We didn't go to the Simpsons. I mean, we might have gone to TST, but we didn't go to the cliche places.
No.
We went to where we wanted to, and we found like the dirtiest, dankingest.
Nothing wrong with that.
The alleys and the back streets and the everydayness.
Yes.
And your pictures and maybe my pictures, I hope, it looks like we live here.
Yeah.
Because of the way we see the world, we look like locals.
Yeah.
Because of the way you see things, you don't look like a tourist trying to find the tourist picture. You're just trying to beautify the everydayness, right?
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. So Aik Beng, thank you so much for agreeing to come on to my channel.
No problem.
I've had a great time meeting many different people, but yours was a pleasant surprise. So whoever again you were on Instagram that said I should meet Aik Beng, thank you so much. And it was a pleasure, and hopefully we can meet again sometime.
Yes, in the future.
And you, me, and Eric Kim.
Oh yeah,
all
and
meet.
a few others.
And a few others. JT.
JT.
And maybe we'll all meet in Singapore.
Yeah.
You can take us into Chinatown.
Maybe next year, back in Hong Kong.
Oh.
The whole crew is coming.
You know what? Everyone wants to come here.
Yeah.
We should all come here.
Yeah.
Eric, Hong Kong, 2017. Excellent. So thank you again so much. And so thanks for watching, everyone. And you might be out of frame again.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right, there you go. So thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you for visiting. We're in Mong Kok. More videos to come. Like if you like, especially if you like ABC's work.
Thank you.
And follow. And happy shooting. Click. Click.
All right.